Okay, ladies, you have asked, and so we are bringing it to you. I'm here to share with you the We Win Back Win box. We're going to start off by sharing how we construct a back win box. Of course, first of all, you're going to need a box. You'll see that I have this industrial looking box. I had to have this box because I needed something that looked bulletproof. You may want to make the box your own, so you can get a box that is more decorative, a little bit more girly. You can get a pink box. You can put flowers and butterflies or rainbows, whatever you want on it, make it your own. I wanted to get a lock box. The things that I have in here, I need to make sure that they are under lock and key. I have little people around, and some of them can read. One of them is still working on it. Pray for her. But I want to make sure that this box is something that's going to be special for you. The next thing that you're going to need is the A to Z card guides. These guides are important because you want to be able to categorize your back win moment. So if you're having, let's say, a health issue, you want to be able to put that back win moment under H. So when you have that health issue come up, you can say, you know what? I remember back when I had a health issue before. I'm going to go see what God did for me back then. You go into your back win box, you pull out H, you look behind it, pull out that card, and there is your health moment. You're also going to need the blank index cards. I like to use line cards. You can get unlined cards. I need the lines. They help me to make sure that my writing is straight. If I don't have the lines, my writing will be crooked and I'll be looking at my back win moments like this. So as not to do that, I get the line cards. I also like colorful pens. I am, after all, a girl. So you can get blue, you can get black, but I like the colorful pens because when I look at my back win moments, I get to see in color exactly what God has done for me. I like to use red for those particularly emergency-filled moments to remind me that even in crisis, God is there. I have pink, purple, blue, green. Do whatever suits you. Just make sure you're able to read it after you write it. Now let's talk about when this thing is constructed and done, what you should have. Here is my actual back win box. When you finish, it should look something like this. So you see my guides, and behind them, I have my moments. I've listed at the top the particular category for that moment, and so it's put behind the alphabet accordingly. I'm going to share with you a moment so that you can understand how the back win box is supposed to be used. Here is a moment that I haven't had to deal with in a while, but I know that many of you deal with it, and God really had to work me through it when I did have to deal with it. This moment is dealing with shame and guilt. So I have it listed under S for shame. And it starts out with back win. This is a back win box. So it's back win, ... And this shame moment goes like this. I remember back when I let the shame and guilt of not having, the shame and guilt of having not one, but two abortions define me, especially after experiencing multiple miscarriages, when I was finally ready to get pregnant and start a family. I know that I'm not the only one to have experienced that. I know that because I've spoken to many of you who have as well. I went through the shame and guilt of that for many years until God stepped in one day and told me that not only He, but my unborn children had forgiven me for this. And they had done this long ago. And now it was time for me to forgive myself. And so I did. And I am free to fully love the 3 children He has blessed me with, because He will withhold no good thing from me. That is the purpose of the back win box. It's not something for us to play with. It's not something for us to toy around with. It's something that will allow us to go deep. And if we allow Him to step in, He will show us those places where He wants to heal us most. This was a very shameful thing for me, and I let it define me for many years. And I would have allowed it to withhold I would have allowed it to have me withhold love from my own children had I not let him step in and show me who I was, according to who he had called me to be. I'm encouraging you all to do this work. Use your back wind box. Create it and let him show you who you are. I want to remind you of the purpose of it. It is for him to do what he can do as only he can do it. And it is for you to remember that if he did it before, if he delivered you before, if he healed you before, he can do it again. So no matter what you're going through now, he can heal you, deliver you, bring you through, help you not just go through, but grow through it again. I am so excited for you all. We're going to be sharing more of these moments. So I want us to go through the back wind moments together. I want us to remember them together. So feel free to share them with me. I'll be looking at yours as you share them with me. And I want you to share them with the rest of our sisters, because we are indeed our sisters' keepers. You can do that by going to facebook.com/DrSOS. And you'll need to spell that out. It's DOCTORSOS. I also want you all to pre-register for our women's conference that we'd like to have this summer. Remember, it's the Power of 2000. You can do that by going to pre-register at themountlleads.org/wewin. I also want you to keep the tweets coming, ladies. You have been blessing me mightily, and you can do this by tweeting me with #WeWin. Remember, girls, we just keep on winning because we indeed win.